Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And before I start this, last episode we were able to learn about the origins and elements, and from what Otaku showed us, he was able to show us someone like Ren was able to use all, the elements, and after that, was also able to show us certain people, others who had, their origins unlocked or awakened. But yeah, besides all that though, today we will be looking at Lessons in Magecraft number 4, Mana. So I'm not even gonna keep this intro too long. So I hope you guys, like always, will enjoy this. Make sure you like and subscribe. And let's get this reaction started.
Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell my clothes, no starch, please. Soon as you can go leave. Got M's in the bank like yes, indeed. Cartier glasses, I won't even peek at you. Yellow Ferrari like Pikachu. I got him waiting and watching what he gon' do. Tryna pee what I do, tryna steal my moves. 2500 for a new pair of tennis shoes, the same price.
In our previous lesson
So
in Magecraft,
number 4,
we covered the
Mana.
various thaumaturgical elements and the concept of origins. It is nigh impossible to discuss Magecraft without understanding them.
Yep.
The same can be said of today's lesson.
Won't be able to do it
which will
without
provide an
knowing
overview
their
of
origin.
the fundamental energy we mages use, mana. Also called prana, or magical energy.
Okay, prana.
Mana is a form of energy produced by the world. For our purposes, it is the life force of our planet Earth, as well as that of other celestial bodies. Generally, it is found in the very atmosphere around us, though it was certainly more
This is gonna be good for me
during the Age
because
of
I understand
Gods.
Mana,
The nature
but
spirits of that time
it just helped me
this
learn
energy
more
and
and
served
maybe
Gaia,
understand the
planet's
Holy
realm,
Grail War
before
more
humankind
than what I
developed
already
further in
know,
the realm of science.
and just
Mages
basically
benefited
just
greatly from the sheer density
teach
of
me
mana in
what
the air,
mana
allowing for
really
Magecraft to
is.
be more easily performed on a large scale. Certainly, mana still remains even in our modern era, but mages have obviously become less reliant on it. Let us not forget, however, that humans are a part of the planet. As such, we too possess our own mana, a very life force.
We've seen that
used as
before.
energy. The proper name for this energy is Ode. Living organisms generate this energy from their own magic circuits, replenishing it whenever depleted.
Yeah, that's what I see when
Ode is more
Shido
readily
always,
accessible.
does it the
amounts to
trace
much less
on
than
or
what can be
whatever.
found in the atmosphere.
Or at least this is when he did the
Ode is
projection
considered
magic. It was
the lesser
orange, but
source,
like
while the mana
green
of the planet
when he
is
did
the
the
greater source.
regular.
Even with abundant atmospheric mana, the energy used for spells must be converted through magic circuits before it can be released.
Yeah, magic circuits.
Ode might sound quite convenient, but there is a reason mages during the Age of Gods were far superior. The amount of Ode stored by a magus is so little that it is only useful for small-scale spells that hardly interact with the environment. Reinforcement Magecraft is one such spell. It makes sense that a
reinforcement?
magus like Shiro Emiya found this to be the only spell he could formally conjure.
Yep, at
Another
first.
example would be Rin Tosaka's Gando shots. Even the best mages merely use their Ode as a starting point for larger spells. They still rely on mana from the atmosphere to maintain said spells. Point being, there is only so much a mage can do on their own. But just how much can a mage rely on their Ode? As it turns out, the amount of Ode stored by a mage can be measured with reasonable accuracy, quantified as units of magical energy. You may be surprised by the contrast in capacity between mages. Many of the famous mages you're familiar with are exceptionally well endowed. The average magus from an ordinary bloodline can store 25 units of magical energy. Shiro is generally able to store 20 units, but
So
has
just
achieved
20?
as much as 30 at full maturity.
Okay.
The Tosaka daughters, Rin and Sakura, were born with splendid bodies. They can store 500 units, with their maximum
so
output being 1,000.
Shido's not even storing
This is
much
one of
at
the
all
main
then.
reasons why Kenneth L. Malloy Archibald
Okay.
belittled his student Waver Velvet for trying to negate the importance of lineage and heredity. There is hardly any room for comparison, and explains why mage families, like the Mato, are terrified of weakening over generations. Tragically, in Sakura's case, much of her Ode is devoured by the crestworms slithering through her flesh.
Oh yeah, I did forget
The
about that
Tosaka are
too.
powerful for the modern era,
So yeah, that
but
took
pale in
effect.
comparison to Medea, a mage from the Age of Gods. A single blast of her light consumes 3 times Shiro's capacity, and she fires them off in waves of 10 at a time without delay.
Oh, so
Essentially,
yeah, I'm
she
gonna
can
have to
spend
see
Rin's
more
highest
about that,
capacity
because yeah, I
and
never
simply shrug it off. In a
seen
humble
that
attempt to
before.
compensate,
Yeah, I don't
modern
think I've
mages
seen
often
that
supplement their mage
yet,
craft
at
with
least.
training in the martial arts. Heroic spirits also have an ode capacity. While this capacity is high, a servant's ode does not automatically regenerate. Instead, it is replenished by their master. Artoria Pendragon, when contracted with Shiro, survives off of 1,300 units of energy. This is detrimental, considering Shiro lacks the ability to replenish that mana
Yep,
through
lacks that
conventional
ability.
means. In her first day serving him, Artoria spent 250 units, and the majority of that remaining balance was spent using Excalibur to defeat Medusa and her Pegasus. This strained her to the point where she could hardly keep her balance. Thankfully,
Wait,
Shiro's
so
contract with
I think
Artoria
this
proved
is the one that
mana
I've
to her.
seen.
He
Yeah,
had
because
no
I don't know
way
about
of
Unlimited
transferring
Blade
that
Works
mana.
yet.
The ode in a
So
mage has a tendency to blend in
I'm pretty
with
sure
their
he's talking
bodily
about
fluids,
the
namely blood and semen.
2006
Even
version.
when such fluids leave the body, that mana is retained for a time. Mages hard on their luck sometimes sell their mana-infused fluids for profit. Thanks to this peculiarity, with Rin's guidance, Shiro learned that he could replenish Saber's mana by having sexual intercourse with her. This intimacy is a
Yeah,
critical part of certain mage
definitely
rituals,
that,
and
right?
is most effective when both parties are at ease with one another. To allow Shiro the chance to conjure his unlimited blade works, Rin Tosaka relied on an intimate ritual that allowed Shiro to draw from her ode in his final battle against Gilgamesh. The less sensual approach is to have one mage drink the other's blood. Of course, this isn't always consensual. Shinji Mato is even less adept than Shiro, and for him to maintain Medusa as his loner servant, he had her drink human blood. Rare circumstances allow mages to store outrageous quantities of ode. Michael Roa Valdemjong was a vampire who tricked the true ancestor Arcuade Brunstud into drinking his blood, turning him into an extremely powerful dead apostle ancestor. As Arcuade continually hunted and killed him, Roa reincarnated into various bodies, and at one time took control of a French girl, Elysia. Even after being slain once more by Arcuade, being free from Roa's direct control,
Oh, those is the
Elysia's body
same
remained
weapons key
immortal
they
and
used.
powerful, able to
Yeah, I was trying to
regenerate
figure
so
out, like,
long
yeah,
as
hold on, I've
Roa
seen those
continued to
before.
reincarnate. Thanks to this undead connection,
So yeah, I don't know.
Elysia
Yeah, this is
later
like, yeah,
evolved
in the
Ciel as a
past, I'm
capacity of
guessing.
2,500 units of ode. Sakura, when connected to the great
Or at least
Grand,
when she was using
manifesting under
them.
the influence of Angra Mainyu, contained as much as 1 trillion units. The last aspect of mana I wish to speak about is the concept of ley lines. Atmospheric
Ley
mana
lines.
is produced by the planet, but the concentration of that mana is uneven. Mana happens to be more dense along magical ley lines. Unseen to the naked eye, the Earth itself has a network of paths through which mana travels, similar to the blood vessels in the human body. Mages make use of these ley lines when performing large-scale spells to capitalize on their density. A particularly strong ley line flows through Fuyuki, Japan, which is why it was chosen as the site for the Heavens Feel ritual. The monks at Ryudo Temple sensed this as a spot of spiritual activity. This land is seized by Medea as a home base, exclusively because it is situated over a ley line.
Oh, so
That said,
that's why
ley
they were
lines can
there.
also prove to be dangerous. The Mages Association makes regular attempts to maintain and stabilize them. Beyond being flows of magical energy, the ley lines also happen to be spots through which worlds can be traversed. The cave within Mount Enzo, the Ten no Sakazuki, for instance, is the location where the Ainsworth family infiltrated Ilia's world to retrieve
Okay,
Eve.
yeah, I don't know anybody
In summation,
there at
mana is
all.
the lifeblood of celestial bodies, including Earth. It flows from ley lines and scatters through the atmosphere. Because humans are part of the planet, they too have mana, an internal source called Ode that is continually regenerated by a mage's magic circuits. Rudimentary spells can be cast exclusively from a mage's Ode, but Magecraft on a large scale requires mages to tap into the Earth's mana, which is tragically depleted since the end of the Age of Gods. This concludes today's lesson. In the future, I wish to discuss the key to a mage's lineage, the magic circuit.
Oh, okay, so that's it. Oh, okay, so learning about the magic. Well, I even see yet, but yeah, I guess the magic circuits are going to be next. So yeah, that was definitely something good. At least, you know, if I've already known about that, because yeah, pretty much I've known most of that, but it's just some things, yeah, I just didn't know yet either, because you know I haven't fully looked at Unlimited Blade Works yet, or you know, it's just something different. Like yeah, here, you know, when he adds something, or at least yeah, because if I'm right, yeah, this version of Sakura, that's in Heaven's Field. So yeah, I'm not even there yet. So yeah, I'm gonna have to it's gonna take some time to get there. But besides all of that, that's pretty much about it for this lesson here on Mana. So yeah, I'm gonna just end it off here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to talk about. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this. Make sure you like and subscribe again, and y'all see you guys in the next one.